Welcome back to the Business Freedom Podcast. Lars Hedenborg here. We're in part 3 of a 4-part series on what I'm calling Your Mindset Matters. And the subtitle is Master Your Mindsets to Grow Your Business and Your Life. The key part there is we want you to be able to show up at a very high level in the parts of your life that matter, and business isn't the only thing. A lot of real estate team leaders get so wrapped up in their businesses and all this stress is created. They're putting so much time into the business. The money's not quite what they thought it would be, and they don't have the freedom they were looking for. And this affects other areas of their business. And so this podcast series is critical mindset shifts. We're going through 12 of them. We've already done 6. So if you're just now joining for part 3, go back and listen to part 1 and part 2. And let's jump into mindset shift number 7. So we've already done 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go back and listen to those if you missed it. Number 7 and 8 are very closely related. And number 7 is to stop chasing squirrels. The mindset shift here is that you have to be really diligent about where you spend your creative energy. And what I mean by this, we'll have one of our clients, one of our members post in the Facebook group, hey, I just had somebody reach out to me and they're able to set, 10 listing appointments a day for me. If I just give them $15,000 and then $2,000 a month and then 25% referral fee, should I do it? Or what do you guys think? And my response is always like, was that part of your business plan? Was part of your business plan to find a firm that can do the most important part of the job of a real estate team leader or real estate business? Was that part of your business plan? Like, did you plan to do that? Or is it a squirrel? Changing CRMs. I know a lot of team leaders think that the CRM is the problem. The reason why a real estate team leader changes CRMs, like go from Boomtown to Sync to Firepoint to Syria Interactive, is because it's a distraction. Like, we're distractible. Entrepreneurs are generally distractible people, and you need to guard yourself against chasing squirrels. A good example for me, I have this innately in me. My ability to get distracted is really high. So it's not like I have this superpower and I'm just this boring guy that likes to stick with systems forever. A great example of this for me was Top Producer, the software Top Producer. I started in real estate in March 2007. I got my Top Producer license in 2006 when I got licensed in 2006. I already had Top Producer up and running before I even left my corporate job. I stayed with Top Producer like for over 10 years. Not because there wasn't anything better that came out that I could have switched to. I just knew that switching to that thing would be more to satisfy my distractibility urge and that release of dopamine, or that quick hit of like, oh, I get to work on a new website, or I get to, and it wasn't really foundationally going to help move my business forward. Like Top Producer, I had action plans, and it just did everything you could. Had a market snapshot. It did everything you needed to do until we found something better. And now we use Trello, and we have all these amazing systems built out. And I don't use the term game changer lightly. And now we help our members implement Trello into their business, which is about 1,000 times better than Top Producer ever could be. And so you've got to stop chasing squirrels. That's number 7. Number 8 is very related. It's go deep, not wide. It's the mindset that you don't need to spread yourself so thin all the time to achieve incredible results. The example that comes to mind immediately, it's Dan Jones, who was actually on my real estate team. And he wanted to start his own team. He moved here from Hilton Head while his mom was ill, and she ended up passing away. And he basically went out on his own, got himself a part-time administrator, did about 60 deals a year for a couple of years. And this is before Real Estate B School even existed. When I started Real Estate B School, I reached out to him. It took him a year. So this is 2013 to 14 to say yes, to let me help him. And I won't say that I did. I'll take none of the credit. although I did guide him very specifically as it relates to go deep, not wide, the mindset. He had like 4 or 5 paid lead sources at 60 deals. When I started working with him, I think August 2014. In 2015, he went to 105. He went down from 4 paid lead sources in 2015. That year, I challenged him to pick one and just pick a single lead source. He went from 105 deals to 175 by going down to 1 lead source from 4, just going deep on 1 lead source. Then the next year, that was 2016, 17, he did 225. I think I had the right number, 225 and then 260. We decided to add back 1 paid lead source to get from 175 to 225, then 225 to 260. And then this year he'll be approaching 300. And it's on 2 paid lead sources. And so he's always kind of testing a third one, I think, without me knowing. My point is that he went deep on, he did a training at one of our intensives on yard sign conversion, and how deep he went on that one lead source that most teams, if I pulled up your phone system, and, you know, most teams, even some high level teams that we coach, I'll pull up their call tracking system that we have them use, and 60% of their calls, yard sign calls, are not even answered. And there's no system to even follow up with those folks. And so we put systems in place to make sure 100% of the calls are answered. And if any percentage of them are not answered, we get them called back very quickly. And all of them we recycle for a long time to make sure we're squeezing the lemon on those leads. So that's number 8, go deep, not wide. Number 9 is to guard your mind. And I could spend a lot of time here, and it's going to sound a little preachy and soapboxy. And I'm only going to share from my perspective how the journey of guarding my mind has looked. The mindset shift here is that it's going to be really hard to achieve great things in business and life if you're just from a mindset perspective, in terms of protecting your confidence, if you're letting a bunch of garbage into your mind. The garbage can come from people around you. The garbage can come from social media. The garbage can come from the news. The garbage can come from you mindlessly spending time doing things, binge watching Netflix, watching sports. Sorry, guys, if that hits you the wrong way. There's so many things that you're doing that are letting things into your mind that aren't helping you achieve the thing you actually want to achieve. And this quote is powerful. It's from a group called C12. It's a Christian business owners group that I'm a part of. The quote is, priorities are what we do. Everything else is just talk. So if your priority is to build an amazing business and be a great dad and be a great husband, if those are your priorities, those are 3 full-time things. What else is in your calendar, and what else are you letting into your mind that's taking you off track of achieving those 3 things at the highest level? And then just go through your calendar. Priorities are what we do, meaning it's in your calendar. Everything else is just talk. So the challenge there is to really be honest with yourself about what you're letting into your mind. How much time are you spending on social media? The iPhone now tracks how much time you're in each app. And really look, what are you doing on social media? What are you doing reading news, or what are you doing on your phone or Netflix or all that stuff? Watching news, starting your day watching negative news. In Charlotte, they'll go like 9 counties out to find the murder. No matter what, leading news, 10 p.m. is going to be a murder. I promise you. And sometimes it's a county that I've never heard of. If it's Charlotte, it's great. Perfect. If there's multiple murders, that's great because we can stack them. And you don't want to let that stuff into your mind. And same with the industry stuff that's going on right now. As long as you're focused, your business is focused on the consumer, you don't need to worry about anything else. Everything else will take care of itself. If you have a consumer-facing business, those consumers, you serve them at a high level, they'll take care of everything. If you're at the point where you're struggling and all of these mindset shifts are like, oh, I know I need to do that and I don't know how, part of what we do at Real Estate B School. The only thing I have to offer you is a 45-minute conversation with me about your business, where you are now, where you want to go, and what's holding you back. I call it a business growth strategy session. And if you're a fit, I'll talk about our pilot program, which is 30 days of free coaching where you can get some baseline foundational systems set up to help you scale to the next level. So go to realestatebschool.com, click on the bright orange banner that says book in a business growth strategy session, and we'll see you there.